Spirit Halloween says hold my beer. Warner Brothers embrace AI. And the word on the street from Ted of Ted's marvelous custom Gumball Emporium, all on this Friday edition of
Spill the Guts.
I like it spooky.
Hello and welcome to the start of your 4th of July weekend. My name is Clint and I am your gut-spilling, news-slinging host here on Spill the Guts every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as well as one of the 3 voices of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, which is getting ready to expand its content offering yet again. We'll get into details on that after today's news. And speaking of news, today is Friday, June 30th, and this just in. On Wednesday, I reported that Lowe's Home Improvement is now offering a Leatherface animatronic. Since then, Home Depot released a tweet saying, "You can't hide from this year's Halloween lineup. Mark your calendars for July 13th. And in the midst of all of this, Spirit Halloween, well, they said hold my beer. According to an article from BloodyDisgusting.com, Spirit Halloween has been teasing this year's assortment of new animatronic creations for a couple of weeks now, and have since revealed the lineup, which is now up for grabs online. The 2023 lineup of new animatronics for Halloween of this year includes the Crypt Keeper from Tales from the Crypt, their own version of Leatherface from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and we are also getting a brand new animatronic based on 1988's Killer Clowns from Outer Space, with the clown known as Slim, who will be joining last year's animatronic clown Shorty. This year's Directory of Residents also includes 15 other nondescript characters, all of which you can view and purchase online right now at spirithalloween.com. Although this next story isn't specifically horror related, it does impact our genre. The Hollywood Reporter reports that Warner Brothers movie division has signed a deal with Synalytic to use the latter's AI-driven project management system that was launched last year. Warner Brothers has become the latest studio to publicly embrace artificial intelligence. Under the new deal, Warner will leverage the system's comprehensive data and predictive analytics to guide decision-making at the greenlight stage. The integrated online platform can assess the value of a star in any territory and how much a film is expected to make in theaters and on other ancillary streams. Founded 4 years ago by Tobias Quasier, Synalytic has been building and beta testing the platform for 3 years. In 2018, the company raised $2.25 million from TMB Media Global and signed deals with Ingenious Media and Productivity Media. While the platform won't necessarily predict what will be the next $1 billion surprise like Warner's hit Joker, it will reduce the amount of time executives spend on low-value, repetitive tasks and instead give them better dollar-to-figure parameters for packaging, marketing, and distribution decisions, including release dates. The platform is particularly helpful in festival settings where studios get caught in bidding wars and plunk down massive sums after only hours of assessment, as what happened with New Line's $15 million acquisition of Blinded by the Light out of last year's Sundance Film Festival. The Synalytic AI's insight might also have altered decision-making on some of Warner's misfires from 2019, such as The Kitchen, Shaft, and Godzilla King of the Monsters. The system can calculate in seconds what used to take days to assess by a human when it comes to general film packaging evaluation or a star's worth, says Quasier. Tony Keese, Senior VP of Distribution, adds, quote, "We make tough decisions every day that affect what and how we produce and deliver film to theaters around the world, and the more precise our data is, the better we will be able to engage our audiences." Still, Hollywood fancies itself as a town that operates on gut instinct rather than algorithms, for better or for worse. And unlike Silicon Valley, the industry has been slow to use AI for more menial tasks like script breakdowns, fearful that it will take away jobs and make humans obsolete. Quasier counters that narrative. Quote, "Artificial intelligence sounds scary, but right now an AI cannot make any creative decisions," says Quasier. What it is good at is crunching numbers and breaking down huge data sets and showing patterns that would not be visible to humans. But for creative decision making, you still need experience and gut instinct. So I'm not sure how you all feel about this. I'm sure there are differing opinions. I will be posting a link to this article on the I Like a Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page, and we would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you've listened to this show before, then you know it is time to pause for station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal: providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
And now, to celebrate the fact that it's Friday, we check in with our man about town, Ted from Ted's Marvelous Custom Gumball Emporium, with the word on the street.
All right now, for all you boppers out there in the big city, all you street people with an ear for the action, send the word.
Hey everyone out there in podcast land, this is Ted coming at you from the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Underground News. That's right, Underground News. We have some interesting stuff today. How about the lighter side of the Underground News? Coming up sometime in July, there's going to be an Iron Maiden Monopoly. Yes, you heard me right, Iron Maiden Monopoly. So for all of you that like hard rock and Monopoly, there you go. Iron Maiden Monopoly. How about that? In news, as far as movies, we got a couple that I'm interested in. The new Saw coming out on October 27th. Saw X. Don't know much about it. I think they're keeping it under wraps for a specific reason. Hopefully to be good. Wasn't too fond of the last one, but hey, that's just me. And this one, Satanic Hispanics. Yes, you heard me right. Satanic Hispanics. A police raid in El Paso, full of dead bodies, and only one survivor to tell the tale of what happened in that house. Sounds pretty interesting to me. And that's it for this week in Underground News. Ted, the Gumball Wizard, coming at you. Clint, back to you.
Thanks for the word, Ted. I think this weekend I'll watch Satanic Hispanic while playing Iron Maiden Monopoly, if I can find anyone to play with me. No one likes playing Monopoly with me for some reason.
The dirtiest player in the game, the man that has written the rule book on how to play the game.
All right, we have reached the end of another week together, but before I sign off, I have to tell you about how the Spookyverse here is expanding. Our friends over at Sony reached out asking if we would report every month about the free horror movies they offer on their Crackle and Redbox apps. So now, in addition to a featured news, reviews, interviews, and entertainment episode of the I Like a Spooky Horror Podcast every other week, and your tri-weekly news blitz, Spill the Guts, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we will be bringing you even more free content with our new subcast, Appendages, the first Tuesday and Thursday of every month. Be sure to listen in this coming 4th of July Tuesday for the inaugural episode. And speaking of the 4th of July, don't blow yourself up this weekend. We like having you around. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss any of the free content we put out for you, and keep up with the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast on all major social media platforms, because I'll tell you a secret, there are more enhancements coming soon. And that's a wrap for today's news, but I will serve up more for you this coming Monday on another edition of
Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?